slide y'all over here. Okie dokies. Surprise! It's Tuesday night and we are live. And I am weirdly shadowed, so let me go turn a light on. BRB. Okay, that looks a lot better. Alright. If you're watching the VOD, I just randomly decided to go live tonight in my pajamas because it makes my watch hours better. So we shall see if anyone shows up tonight. I haven't posted anything, I didn't say anything, I just went live. And this will be a short one, just because I do have to work tomorrow morning. We're on row 133 of this sweater scarf. Woohoo! If you're just joining the live, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of fun crocheting here, so welcome to the live. Hello, hello, welcome to the live. If you're just joining, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. We are crocheting a sweater scarf tonight. Hello. Your name is Aaliyah. Very nice. That's interesting. Oh. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
I left my coffee on the dining room table. Could you bring it to me, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Coffee from above. Thanks, Dad. So how was everybody's day? It was Tuesday, one of the most annoying days. Row 34. 134. I need to get to 168 or something. Hello, welcome to the live. You love crocheting, that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I love it too. I hope everyone is having a lovely evening. It's just a little bit after 8 o'clock here in Pennsylvania. It is hot and humid. What am I doing? I'm making a sweater scarf. If you're just joining the live, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of fun here. Hey, hello. Not usually live on a weeknight. Hasn't even been 10 minutes. I'm not going to grace that with an answer. So you are out of chat. Goodbye. Took 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes for the first weirdos to show up. Lovely. Pardon the air conditioner, it is hot and on the weird energy saving setting. So, if you're new here, hi. I'm not normally live on weeknights, but I just felt like it, so. Thank you, Megan. Yeah, it just means that the algorithm is finally pushing my content out to more people now that I'm finally getting weirdos in the chat. Getting to a point where I'm going to need to tie on another bit of ball of yarn. Where do you get your yarn? All over. I shop from Premier Yarns a lot. Nightbot has my affiliate link in the chat. I get a lot of my yarn from Premier. I get a lot of my yarn from Hirschner's. I used to get a lot of my yarn from Joann, but they are no more, which has me very sad because I've been shopping at Joann since 1999. And yeah. Yeah, Joann just... I mean, Michael's is okay, they're not a fibercraft store. They've always been like a hobbycraft store. Like, yeah, I like Michael's, but that's for other things. I've never really gone to Michael's for yarn. I've always been a Joann girly. But no, I've been mostly getting it from Premier Yarns and Hirschner's now. But Your Inspirations isn't bad. It just takes forever for Your Inspiration orders to ship out. Danish-based company. From what I've heard good things about them, I've just never ordered from them. But a lot of people like Hobie. That's what it's actually called, Hobie, and they're legit. I just have never really ordered from them. I want to order from them sometime. But that probably won't be for a while because I am saving up for a down payment on a house. So no non-business related yarn purchases for the time being. Let's see, we're at 136, bro. I don't do tutorials yet. I'm still kind of new to the long form content thing. But I have like micro tutorials on my channel for like how to do the magic circle or stacked single crochets or how to change colors. But they're all like short 30-second clips. Since that's what I was doing for so long. I've only been doing like long form content, long form videos for 6 months. So I'm still figuring all that out and the timing since I do have a day job. But I want to start doing tutorials as well. Hello, welcome to the live. Got all that don't know how to sew in or do in. Yeah, I don't do amigurumi. I used to, but more traditional. I don't like the big plush chenille yarns, so I don't do those. But tonight we are working on a sweater scarf. I'm trying out a pattern I found because my future sister-in-law wants a sweater scarf to wear to her and my brother's wedding in October. And I said, oh yeah, I'll make you one. So I found a pattern and I'm just testing the pattern out now to see how I like it and figure out how it's all constructed. And then I have some fancy yarn I'm going to pull out to make my sister-in-law's sweater scarf. I'm currently filming a vlog about that process. Right now I'm making one just for myself out of, well, right now I'm using scrap white yarn because I ran out of this colorway. Hasn't even been 20 minutes. Another one? Another weirdo? Y'all been busy tonight. I am currently working on a sweater scarf for myself to try out the pattern, see how I like it, and then I'm going to make one for my sister-in-law using fancy yarn. But right now I'm just making a crazy one for myself out of acrylic. I mean, technically, yes, double crochets. If you're using, it depends on if you're using British or American terminology. I'm actually doing crossed single crochets. So I'll do one single crochet there, but then I skip this one and go into the next one with a single crochet, but then I go back and go back into the stitch I just skipped and do that. And then you just keep alternating, skipping a stitch and then going back. And it gives it this really cool textured look. You can see it a little better on the variegated yarn. So these are single crochets, but if you're using British terminology, then this is considered a double crochet. Because apparently in the UK they have different crochet terminology. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. I've never really tried this stitch before myself. I've seen it around in various stitch pattern books, but this is the first time I'm actually trying it out with the pattern. Isn't the internet just delightful? I mean, I wanted to talk. I've been on the internet since the early 2000s. Thank you. Yes, I remember before YouTube was a thing. Before you could watch videos or even look at pictures on the internet. Gorilla Tag plushie, not tonight. I don't really do amigurumi 3D plushie stuffed animals. I'm more into like garments and such. I know how to do amigurumi, but I don't do it. Last time I did any amigurumi, oh gosh, I think I was in high school, and that was a long time ago. Why did I accidentally chain there? I'm just gonna skip that and go to that stitch. That went into the wrong spot. Oops. Okay. Skip. I don't know why. There's a chain. But I'm not about to rip this whole row out. And there we go. Alright. 38 done. 30 more to go. Definitely not all tonight, though. I do have to go to work in the morning, so. Nightbot's not bad. I love my Nightbot. It does a good job. Usually it does a good job. Sometimes it makes some boneheaded decisions, but it does pretty good. A friend named Midlight Blade, that's cool. If you're just joining the live, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. Another row done. Woohoo! Making progress. Good, because I started this like Saturday. It's been slow going. On top of everything else I've been trying to get done. I got little TikToks to film and such. And other big projects I've been working on. I'm working on a baby blanket, and then this blanket here is actually not done. I just store it hanging up. That's going to be the main gift for my brother and sister-in-law, is a giant quilt. Oh, goodness. Sorry, all I've been awake since 5 o'clock in the morning. I love iced coffee. We're just about to hit the half-hour live mark. Woohoo. Yeah, I'm only going to be on for about an hour tonight. We'll see. Because I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. What do you do for work? I am an early childhood educator. I teach infant toddler. So my classroom ages from 6 weeks old to 15 months old currently. So I'm going to work with the little babies. And I'm usually at work by 7 o'clock in the morning, so I gotta be up at 5. My kids myself? Nope. None of my own kids. I get my fill at work, and then I get to give them back at the end of the day. Nah, my cats would get too jealous. I have 3 cats. Normally they've come on camera by now, but they are upstairs doing whatever important kitty things they need to do. I know normally they like to show up on live, but I'm sure one of them will make an appearance at some point. Rocky or Guinness. Zuzu's camera shy. She doesn't like to come onto the live streams. If you're just joining the live, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. Dating? No. Nope. tired in this one. Yeah, normally I only go live on Saturday evenings, but I'm trying to get my watch hours up for my channel and grow the channel, so figured why not throw in a couple weeknight lives. So 41. What time do you come on Saturday? Usually around 6 or 7 in the evening. Usually around 6:30. And then I'm usually live for a couple hours. Usually live from about 6 to 10, give or take. But I figured I'd throw in short ones throughout the week. So I'll probably do Tuesday nights. Maybe I'll add in a Wednesday night every so often, I'm not sure. I can tell you though, being live is a great way to really focus on your crochet projects. Because I can't get distracted by my phone or my tablet when I'm using it to go live. And it's like a body doubling thing. I know a lot of my usual viewers are just also crocheting while I'm live. Kind of like you're crocheting in a room with a bunch of other people. But you're not. The people are in the device. It's the magic of the internet. There goes that air conditioner again. If you're just joining the live, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. We have lots of fun here. I'm trying to get to 1K subscribers before Christmas. And we're about 700 something now. But, oh, thank you. I'll look forward to seeing you Saturday. Definitely a different crowd on weeknights as opposed to the weekends. So we have a lot of fun on Saturdays. You know, last Saturday we talked about a house tour I did since I'm looking for houses, and last week I toured a house that definitely had ghosts in the basement. So, not picking that one. Oh, wow. Hello. Good job. Thank you. So this is about how much progress I've made tonight alone. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm wondering if I can get the main body of this done tonight, so that tomorrow I can finally work on the sleeves. And then start putting the whole thing together, as this is supposed to be the sleeve. And then you sew it together. And then it's like a scarf you wrap around yourself. Trying out a pattern, and then I'm gonna make one in fancy yarn for my sister-in-law to wear at her wedding to my brother. Because they're having an outdoor wedding in the middle of fall. Oh, goodness. Okay. I mean, I only need about 20 more rows, so I could probably finish this on live tonight. Let's see, what time is it? It's only 8:30. I think maybe we can finish this on live. How did I start the row? I start with just a regular single crochet. You need an odd number of stitches for this stitch. I'm almost done with this one, and then I can show row, and then I can show how I start it. Just give me a few minutes. To get there. Yeah. Almost lost my tension there. No problem. Alrighty. So to start these rows off, first let me cut that. I'm gonna chain one, and then you do one single crochet into the first single crochet. I know white doesn't show up very good on camera, but so then you're gonna skip the next one stitch and just go right into that one. Then you're gonna go back to the previous stitch and go through there. And then you just do that the rest of the way to the very end of the row. And you just keep skipping and then going back all the way across. And it gives it almost a cabled look. I know these cross stitches are how you do crochet cables. If you're just joining the live, welcome. Don't forget to double tap the screen to like the live and hit that subscribe button. Also very excited today, Red Heart Yarns reposted one of my reels on Instagram today. They had reached out a couple weeks ago asking if they could share one of my short videos on Instagram, and then they did the post today, and that was really exciting. Finally getting noticed. I know one time last summer they also featured another one of my crochet things. I made a sunflower hat. And they shared that one too. Just very excited because Red Heart is actually my favorite acrylic yarn. I know that's a bit of a controversial opinion, but it was my paternal grandmother's favorite yarn, and this blanket that's behind me, my grandmother made back in the 1970s using Red Heart Super Saver. And this thing has gone through the wash probably close to 1,000 times since it was what? Over 50 years ago she made this blanket. And look at the condition it's still in. So yeah. That's why I like Red Heart. It will outlive everyone. Yeah, my grandma made this one. And then I'm working on this one. And this one's made out of Hirschner's Worsted 8. But this is Red Heart Super Saver. Oh gosh, I just noticed a giant stain on my pajama shirt. So. And then the yarn I'm using right now, this is Premier. Well, actually, this is Premier Yarns, but this was from a Mill End mystery bag where you just got a bag of acrylic, and I got a bag of like a million of these little white skeins, which they're very handy to have on hand. I really like them. But then this portion was from a discontinued colorway of Red Heart with Love Candy Stripe. They discontinued it. I'm very sad because this was my favorite colorway ever. And they discontinued it a couple years ago. And every so often I jump on the internet and I'm like, please bring it back. I don't know, maybe someday they will. 44. Say about 18 more rows to go, and then we'll be done with this part. And I can move on to the sleeves. What are you making? I am making a sweater scarf. I'm trying out a pattern I found. And then if I like how this turns out, I'm going to make a fancy one for my sister-in-law. But this is just to see how the pattern works up, because it was written like the pattern itself, it's a really nice pattern. It's just, it's written like patterns used to be pre-crochet becoming so popular. It's written the way I learned how to read a crochet pattern. So like, no pictures, no diagrams, all in shorthand, one paragraph, boom, crochet pattern. So it's an older style pattern, which I like those. It's how I learned how to read crochet patterns. Crochet patterns that are written in the last 5 years or so, I don't understand them as easily. My work is very beautiful. Thank you. I learned how to read crochet patterns in like 2001, 2002. Obscure abbreviations, yeah, that's how I learned it too. So when people write out modern patterns that are like long form and they have a bunch of pictures, I'm like, it all gets kind of lost. like, I'm used to a word vomit of random abbreviations, and then you have a thing at the end when you follow the abbreviations. That's how I learned it. That's how I prefer it. So when I saw this pattern written this way, I was like, yes! Cool. That's all cool. I started crocheting in 1999. No one taught me. Well, my parents joke that my grandmother's ghost taught me, the one that made this blanket. She died when I was very little. Then one day in 1999, I was digging around in the basement and I found all her old crochet stuff. And I just started playing with it. And then boom, I was crocheting. That's what my mom tells me. I can't really remember it. Then everything else I figured out from books. And then YouTube became a thing, and then YouTube tutorials became a thing. And now I finally have my own YouTube channel all these years later. That's stress relief for yes. And having a useful end product. Yes. Yeah, I make a lot of things. I make a lot of bags and coasters and hats and stuff. Scarves. Lately I've been really into bandanas. But I need to go on a big coaster making binge soon. I have a market at the end of August. And my flower coasters are my best seller, both on my website and at my markets. So I think once I finish this sweater scarf and I put in a little more work on this blanket, we're gonna do a coaster binge. Six. Ugh, we're creeping ever closer to the end. And we're at the 50-minute mark. But we got time. Let's see, I'll probably stay live for another half hour or so. Then I have to go to bed. Because I have to work in the morning. And then I don't know, maybe I'll go live again tomorrow night. I don't know, it depends on how tomorrow goes. Might do a small live again tomorrow night, but I will definitely be live again Saturday night. Because normally I only go live on Saturday nights, but they jump my watch hours and improve my analytics and make the algorithm like me more. Live streams do. So I might start doing weeknight live streams along with my usual Saturday night live streams. It's just whether it's going to be a Tuesday or a Wednesday I do them, and we'll just see how it plays out. Do I make tutorials? Not currently. I want to start making tutorials in the near future. It's just getting through my big projects I have right now. But I will probably do some small coaster tutorials when I go on my next coaster binge. I have small, like, little tips and tricks shorts. Like, I show how to do the magic circle. I show how to change colors. I show a way I weave in my ends as I go using my crochet hook. Stuff like that. I have a playlist for that on my channel. But I do want to start doing tutorials. It's just balancing all of that with my day job, which does take up a lot of my time. And then my usual content schedule. I usually post a vlog of some kind every other Saturday. Because that's about how long it takes me to film and edit a video. Because, again, I have a day job. This isn't my full-time job. It's my side hustle. But I've really streamlined the process since I started vlogging a while ago. See, I started vlogging back in November last year, so it's more than 6 months at this point. I've really streamlined the process, so I'm slowly starting to introduce more content now that I have a better grasp on what I'm doing and video editing and such. Hello. Write books, crochet doll clothes. Yeah. Well, I don't really want to quit my 9 to 5. I still like being a teacher, so I haven't hit that point yet. But this is something I would like to, like, retire into doing. Also, the school I teach at offers really good health insurance. What age group do you teach? I teach infant toddler. So, hi, the youngest in my class. My classroom, they start at about 6 weeks and then they move up around 15 months. And I love the little guys. They're so fun. Selling everything on my website, smallpinecrafts.square.site. Nightbot posts the link in the comments. In chat. Where be? I am based in the United States. It's alright. I could do without the humidity this week. That's for sure. Keep telling everybody at work, that's it. I'm moving to Antarctica. Can't do this anymore. It's too hot. It's too humid. I know it's only the beginning of July, but I'm done. Let's get bring on fall and Halloween. I'm done. It's just so hot and humid right now, and it's too hot out. I don't tolerate heat very well, so. Weird school system, grade K to 5. Aw. Yeah, I used to work with older children when I first started teaching a long time ago. It was pre-COVID. And I used to work with older kids, and I did a lot either with the school-age kids. But then they stuck me in with babies for a while, so I was a sub for a long time, and I just fell in love. And here I am. Going into year 8. Excuse me. Pretty far on your blanket. Yeah. Hi, Laura. Yeah, this is a sweater scarf. But the blanket is... Honestly, it's almost done. I just started row 9 out of 13 of granny squares. I'm still blocking a bunch from the last batch we made. Saturday's live might be a granny square connecting live. So I'm still blocking the ones I made from that how many granny squares in a day. Let me tell you, Laura, I went through it editing that video. Somehow a bunch of the footage got corrupted and I lost so much of it. It was pretty sad. So when that video comes out and it seems kind of weird at some points and disjointed, it's because I lost a ton of footage because it got corrupted. And I don't know what happened. That's never happened before. And I don't know, I don't know how it happened, because all it did was upload it to Google Drive to get it off my phone and then re-download it onto my computer, because when I try to connect my phone to my computer with a USB drive, it won't let me pull anything off of my phone. So I gotta email it to myself, and I'm wondering if something happened during that process. But, and obviously I couldn't go back and reshoot anything. So, I worked my best magic to make it cohesive and make sense, but watching through it a couple times, there's a few moments where it's like, huh? Oh, yeah, it's because I hate technology, and technology is stupid. But I think I found a way to pull everything out of iCloud directly onto my computer so I don't have to do any... Is the file encrypted or did it shrink? I don't know what happened. I just uploaded it to my Google Drive and then downloaded it from my Google Drive. So, doing a great job. Thank you. So, but it would have been easier if I could have just pulled it straight off my phone. But again, I USB connect my phone to my computer, and for some reason it won't let me pull the footage directly. Probably because I have an iPhone, but my computer is a PC, and I know it always gets weird trying to cross over. And I mean, I have an old Mac laptop laying around, but then I would get it from my phone to the Mac, but then how would I get it from the Mac to the PC? Because that Mac I used was in high school. And that was a long time ago. Very long time ago. Honestly surprised that dang thing still turns on. It should have given up years ago. Good night. Thank you for coming to the live. But I did some digging around, and I think there's a way to pull the footage straight from iCloud because I have everything backed up from the cloud to my PC. So we're gonna do that for this sweater scarf video that I've been working on this week. Because I don't know. I mean, I even asked my brother because he works in tech. He's a tech bro. And he was just immediately like, oh, did you try turning it off and turning it back on again? Yes. I was like, dude, we have the exact same... yeah. It's just really funny because he and I have like the exact same computer skills. And yet, I just don't work in tech. Oh, Nightbot, be mean. Be nice. But, yeah. So he's always immediately like, oh, turn it off and turn it back on again, see if that works. I'm like, dude, if I'm calling you, I'm like 30 pages deep in a forum post from 2001. Like, if the people on the internet back in 2001 can't solve my like, if I'm calling you, I am desperate. So yes, I turned it off and turned it back on again. Yeah, he's doing his job. But, yeah. So, yeah. 50. Woohoo! What time is it? It's a little after 9 o'clock. All right. We'll see how much further I get. I'll measure this out at 60 rows and see if it's done. Aaliyah in the house. She hasn't been in chat. But I mean, I didn't post anything that I was going live. I just kind of hit the button. Or she's busy, I don't know. I know Mom's watching. She's just not chatting, so. Yes, my mother is one of my moderators. For those of you that are new here, yes, my mom is a mod. So is my dad. So is my brother. I know at this point I'm going to feel bad if Aaliyah does show up because I'm going to get off in about 15 minutes. Because I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta be up at 5. And if I'm not too dead tired tomorrow, then that means we can start adding weeknight lives. Which I'll probably do Tuesdays. Because I hate Tuesdays and need something to look forward to. Nice meeting y'all. Yeah, thank you for coming. I hope you'll come to another live sometime. Usually go live on Saturdays, and we'll probably start going live on either Tuesdays or Wednesdays, most likely Tuesdays. Probably will be Tuesdays because there are some Wednesdays I have to work late. And on days I work late, I'm definitely not going live. So Tuesdays and Saturdays will probably be the live days for the foreseeable future. So we'll see you in the next one. Good night. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we'll be halfway through, and I just realized I haven't filmed my Wednesday short yet, so we're gonna do that really fast once I get off live. And quick and dirty one. Yeah, I was bad this I had a long weekend this past weekend, and instead of getting ahead on my shorts filming schedule, I worked on this and watched TV. Because, yeah. I think we'll finish this last little bit off and then say goodnight. Because it just hit me how tired I am. I mean, I'm literally been live in my pajamas. Because I didn't feel like working on my vlog this evening. I mean, I don't really have anything to update from the bits I filmed yesterday. I'm still just working on this big main body part. And if I'm not vlogging, I just get right into my comfy clothes after work. So, I usually change after work because I work with babies and they're gross. And the babies painted today. Yes, we painted with the babies today, and that was a delightful disaster. I keep telling the owner I want a classroom renovation where I've just got a hose randomly in the wall and then a drain on the hard part of the floor, so that when we're done with lunch or art or sensory activities, I can just hose it up, wash it down the drain. Because babies will get paint in places God never intended paint to be. One of them got some paint on the ceiling, and I'm like, how? My classroom has ridiculously high ceilings. How did you get paint on the ceiling? But you got a cute little art project done. They made little flames on pieces of paper, and then I cut them out to be shaped like flames, and then I put some little brown construction paper at the bottom to look like little campfires. Very cute. Because we're teaching the babies about camping this week. So I have all this like camping gear just strewn about for them to play with. Built them a fort out of extra crib mattresses, so they have a little tent. Played campfire sounds during nap time. Hello, Guinness. Hello, Zuzu. Would you like to come up and say goodnight, Guinness? Come here, baby. No, you don't feel like it tonight? He wants to chew the piece of paper on the floor. That's why, because my cat Guinness is a weirdo that likes to eat paper. He's done it ever since he was a kitten, and he's going to be 15 in August, so we just let him. So strange. You are such a strange boy, Guinness, yes. So we're going to finish this row off and then say goodnight. Because I'm tired. Flying from Nova Scotia, Canada. Wow. Isn't it late where you are? Good. Hi. Alright, that's it. Before we jump off, I will give us a couple more minutes to go tie this bit on, but then we are going to say goodnight. Because I got to go to work in the morning. And I still got to finish the dishes from dinner, so. Being an adult is so fun. The dishes don't magically do themselves, and my knees hurt. I mean, the dishes never magically did themselves, technically, in my household, so. Alright, that is that tied on. Goodness, you're gonna really make me need to vacuum tomorrow. Like, when he started eating paper as a kitten, we took him to the vet, and they're like, oh, they just be that way sometimes. I mean, he doesn't eat it. He just grabs it in his teeth and, like, rips it. So yes, my cat ate my homework was actually an excuse I got to use when I was in school, in high school. And they're like, yeah, right. And then I held it up. I'm like, no, really. All right. It is bedtime. So good night, everybody. Thank you for coming to this surprise weeknight live. We did quite well. I go live on Saturdays usually. I think we're going to start adding Tuesday lives. You can shop my website, linked below in the description. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and I will talk to you all Saturday evening. Good night.